My name is Manuku Innocent Owino. I am the head of communications and information at the National Crime Preventers Forum.
I'm called Enos Agaba. I'm the head of economic empowerment at the National Crime Preventers Forum.
My name is Tunomugisha Promise, and I'm the General Secretary of Mwangaza Circle, the Crime Preventers Circle.
My name is Luswata Bone, the coordinator of the central part of the country, and I'm a proud crime preventer.
I'm called Odoke Ronald. I'm the regional coordinator, National Crime Preventers Forum, and at the same time, a proud crime preventer.
I'm called Apire Emmanuel.
My name is Moso Brian, and I'm the Deputy National Coordinator of National Crime Preventers Forum.
The National Crime Preventers Forum has been in existence for 3 years now.
I've coordinated different areas, including Karamoja, including Rwenzori, and some other parts of Western Uganda.
I was actually the first person mobilized for this program by our current national coordinator, Mr. Kamugisha Blaze.
I coordinate the northern region, basically the activities of crime preventers generally in the northern region.
The organization was basically started to address the most challenging issue of society, which was crime. We realized as youth, we had the challenge of unemployment, which was resulting into rampant crime. There were so many youths on the streets, idle, and they were accounting for the largest number of crimes in society. We also, if you look at the prison statistics, it was youths that were dominating the statistics as the highest or the leading number of people dominating the prisons. At the university alone, because then I was a student when this movement was started, girls were being raped and murdered in cold blood. And we felt that as youths, we had a stake in this country to address this issue of crime in our society.
Well, it started way back when I was still at campus in 2014.
From the beginning of this organization, we came up with this idea after the killings. There was some very many killings of girls in areas of Chikoni around Makerere University. So there was a need for us to organize ourselves as students.
I knew about the National Crime Preventers Forum at the very beginning.
Actually, from the inception, I was part of the organization.
The Uganda police was looking for an ally to address this challenge through its concept of community policing, which was the neighborhood watch. And at the university, as young students, we were organized to go through the self-defense skill course to help our girls and even ourselves guard against criminals and at the same time help each other in addressing the criminality in our societies and even in our community.
Uniquely, it has been one of the platforms that I joined which made me this kind of a great leader. Initially, what I can say, right from nursery school when I joined, I have never been any leader until I joined this platform.
My coming in at first was to get those skills, basically, because we didn't have a broad idea.
During the training, I realized that it was not all about self-defense only, but also there were ideological trainings. And as someone who has been a leader for all my school life, I realized that the concept of crime prevention was good for me to exercise my leadership skills in school and also in the communities where I come from.
I used to pass through Makerere, and I went to attend it as part of the self-defense techniques. But then, after joining, as a person who had passions for this country, as a person who is so patriotic, who had passion to organize these communities, the program metamorphosized to other universities in the country. So I volunteered as a regional coordinator of the northern region since I understand the area better.
At the end of the day, I found out that it is very important to join this organization. I always wanted to serve my country, and this platform this organization gave me a platform, gave me a chance to exercise my ambitions, serve the country, serve the people, the communities.
This event has three elements. Number one is for you to pass out the crime preventers of Kampala Metropolitan Policing Area, which is composed of Kampala District, Wakiso District, which surrounds Kampala City, Mukono District, Nagarama Police Division, and some parts of Mpigi. Number two, it is to also launch the joint interagency operation centers for Kampala Metropolitan, for the 3 police regions of Kampala and the 13 police divisions. Those centers are to coordinate the operations in this area I've talked about of Kampala Metropolitan.
This organization's objective were grounded on 2 fundamental ideas. One was the neighborhood watch, be my brother's keeper. This was to be implemented through the concept commonly known as the Mayumba Kumi, 10 people per 10 households. The second objective that forms the foundation of this organization is economic empowerment amongst the youth. To address crime, you must answer the question of unemployment. And therefore, we felt that there was that lacking bit of organization amongst us, we the young people, and even many people in communities were not organized. If we found the need to address the issue of economic empowerment and crime, we needed to get organized, and therefore we needed to organize ourselves in those 2 basic areas of addressing crime through economic empowerment.
We have brought a lot of activities on board with the very little or no funding, and we have managed to move across the country using our own means, using our own resources, making sure that the activities or the plans that we have or something that we need to put across, it reaches those people on the ground. It has been a challenge, of course, but I'm happy that we have achieved that.
Basically, mobilization challenges that we always have. Mobilizing people, and you have to ferry them from where they are to the training institution for them to get that empowerment.
But you see, our task was to come up together, and then we organize these communities.
Yeah, the forum is moving in the right direction, because if I'm to think, to flash what had happened back, anyway, I had challenges. Though the district I was in, it was full of opposition and all that.
The only difference between the crime preventers and the police is that the police, its major role, its major mandate is to protect lives and property. However, crime preventers and police coexist, because a police force without a civilian authority is not a police force. So it is prudent for everyone to know that the question of policing is everyone's responsibility. And therefore, the crime preventers are an embodiment of both popular and rural vigilance. Therefore, crime preventers aid police with information, which is very key and very critical in policing.
Crime does not discriminate in terms of age. We've seen people who are old committing crime. We've seen children before even making the age of 12 or even before becoming adults becoming crime. Now, by the mere fact that the largest population is made up of youth, it was automatic that the National Crime Preventers is largely composed of youth. About 80% of crime preventers are youth. So automatically we have more youths as crime preventers than the older communities, but everyone is always welcome to join the movement.
From the beginning, when we were joining this organization, when we were starting it, it had its own, we had our own principles, and one of them was voluntarism.
I cannot remember when I was down with the resources and I was supposed to personally, I had made a personal commitment to ferry some students from Makerere University to Kabari, and I had no transport whatsoever, and they were supposed to be there. I remember I spent with them like 2 days in a pitch, and we had no food, but that is part of what we are building. It was part of the building structure of the organization, and I think that alone was a motivating force for us to be into this program.
You find that working without finances is a bit hard, but of course the passion keeps us moving, and in one way or the other we find the programs working out because of the patriotism and the spirit.
My joining this organization basically was not to look for the job, but to make sure I have a platform where I can exercise my responsibility as a youth, as a citizen, making sure that I serve my community.
What made me, first of all, join this organization was, one, see Esechua Uganda, Esechua community, where I stay, where I live, Esechua. And secondly, empowering the community, empowering the country financially.
To me, I feel I'm paid psychologically. I'm paid by what I'm done and the change I bring to the community.
Our first biggest achievement is being organized. We are the only youth group that has leadership right from the grassroots, the village level. You can call it the cell level up to the national level. The national coordinator, the regional coordinators, district coordinators, sub-county coordinators, and village coordinators. Under village coordinators, we have the household coordinators under the concept of Mayumba Kumi. Now, that is a very powerful structure, and that makes our #1 achievement.
In this conference, we are going to lay a strategy of the 3-year plan of how we are going to empower crime preventers. Now, the coordinators, their responsibility is to listen carefully, understand the concept, and making sure when they go back into their communities, they roll out our strategy on how we want to achieve this.
This conference is basically about capacity building, redefining our role as leaders towards nation building. Such conferences enable us, one, to assess the development needs of our people, to identify the challenges of our people, and definitely provide holistic approaches and solutions.
As any organized group, meeting or having conferences is a way of tracking our achievements. Now, the meeting, first of all, is the organization will be addressing its economic empowerment strategy for the next 3 years. The organization will also be unveiling its founding ideology that so many Ugandans did not know about.
So as National Crime Preventers Forum, we found something. We found the conviction to contribute towards nation building ideologically through study groups, trying to convince ourselves that our problems can be solved by us ourselves.
We are seeing a better Uganda. As Fanon once said, every generation has an historical mission to fulfill. You either betray or you fulfill them.
The last foremost, the reason why we are going to have this conference is also to show the country that as crime preventers, we mean good for this country. We want to achieve the best for this country, and that we have a very powerful idea for this country, and the only way we can achieve it is if the general population accept that the crime prevention movement is an idea that is so powerful that can bring the real change that Ugandans have been yearning for.